In tonight's 5:30 Focus, we continue our months-long series called Why Our Kids Can't Read.
It's an education series that's focused on the aspects of in and out of the classroom affecting our students and their ability to learn. Here's CBS 12's Matt Lincoln with tonight's story.
I bet ever since you can remember, you've been asked to look at eye charts like this one. Most kids have their first eye exam as early as 6 months old. This remains the standard to determine how well you can see. But there's a small vocal collection of doctors, specialists, and parents that say this is not telling the whole story. They say when you look at the bigger picture, more and more kids are having issues with the connection between their eyes and their brain. They're suffering from visual processing disorder, and it's keeping a countless number of undiagnosed kids from being able to read well.
Lothar Perez is a sophomore at Suncoast High School in Riviera Beach. His coach calls him the most improved player on his beach volleyball team. Yet a year ago, he couldn't even play most sports.
I didn't have depth perception, like at all.
In soccer, it was horrible because it was, having to place him because he wouldn't see.
Lothar did well in school, but it was always a struggle.
I could still, obviously read at a high level. It was draining. After school, I'd take naps for like an hour.
I am looking at the way he's taking his notes in algebra class, and numbers are all over the place.
After a chance meeting between his father and developmental optometrist Christina Murray, Lothar was diagnosed with visual processing disorder, something he had never heard of.
What I get to look for specifically is how the two eyes, because there's two of them, actually communicate with one another, and how they're able to essentially navigate things like the classroom or if we're driving a car. There's a lot of different things going on, and we have to be able to shift our attention quickly and efficiently, but we also have to do that accurately. And that's the part where for a lot of people, they just aren't able to do, or their brain has to think about what's happening.
A child with visual processing disorder reverses letters and numbers, has poor reading comprehension, has crooked handwriting, has headaches or needs extra sleep. These are symptoms that are similar to dyslexia or can be misdiagnosed as ADHD because kids can get frustrated and act out.
And that fatigue really adds up, and by the end of the day, they're really uncomfortable. And so by the time they get home from school and they're asked to do homework after doing all of the things all day, they have a meltdown.
Dr. Murray says visual processing disorder is not new, but it is becoming more prevalent because of how young children are using their eyes.
Our eyes weren't meant to be staring at screens for, for some people, 12, 18 hours a day. Those are things that we built up over time with really practice, but our visual system itself requires certain developmental milestones to happen to actually get that coordination, and if it doesn't, you just didn't learn how to do it.
But you can, with help. A developmental optometrist like Dr. Murray can put you through vision therapy to train your eyes to work together.
I want you to start here, read all the way down the column, and then go to here, read all down. I want you to do it as fast as you can.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Go.
6329174. That's basically like physical therapy for your eyes. Dr. Murray gave me goggles to make it feel like I had visual processing disorder.
This is where you start to feel where it's tiring.
It feels like wearing those beer goggle glasses.
A little, yeah. This is how a lot of people walk around.
Dr. Murray says the goal is for vision therapy to last about 16 weeks, and she's never had a patient not reach the goals she set for them. An improvement can come quickly. Just ask Lothar.
Early in this year, my grade in English, which is the most affected, was like low C, and then now I'm at a medium to high A, and it's an ACE class.
How beneficial do you think it would be to your fellow classmates if this kind of not just treatment but diagnosis was a little more well known to doctors and to teachers and to people in the schools?
I think it would be almost like life-changing.
But that is a big part of the problem. Many doctors, teachers, and parents don't know about visual processing disorder. By Dr. Murray's account, it affects about 1 in 5 kids. There's a debate that goes well beyond your local optometrist's office about whether vision therapy should be widely recognized as a scientifically viable treatment program. And the debate over the science behind it is keeping it under wraps and possibly costing countless kids from getting the help they need.
My daughter would cry all the time. and my son would just act out because they were super smart but just couldn't do their schoolwork.
Sue Mann is a former police officer. She's now sounding the alarms about the need for more screening for visual processing disorder. Through her 2 kids, she's seen how a VPD diagnosis and then vision therapy can change a child's future.
When they get pulled out of class to go and get extra tutoring, and then we tutor them in the evening and send them to all sorts of classes, and none of it will make a difference unless you get the therapy that they need and get the diagnosis.
Sue formed Bright Minds Processing. It's a group of doctors, therapists, teachers, and others who are passionate about raising awareness about visual processing disorder. Right now, only 2% of optometrists in the country are trained to identify VPD, including Dr. Christina Murray. She says there's a struggle to get more people on board with recognizing the disorder.
It's incredibly common, but it's also incredibly difficult to tell somebody that your kid's having a hard time reading because of their eyes, because that doesn't make any sense. People don't understand that the eyes do more than just see.
It doesn't help. Some doctors will not recognize vision therapy. In fact, the American Academy of Ophthalmology says the claim that vision therapy improves visual efficiency cannot be substantiated. Still, the group at Bright Minds Processing is not giving up. Special education lawyer Michelle Kotler has been fighting for over a decade for students with visual impairments to access special education. In 2013, she filed a federal complaint that states, including Florida, were not following federal law by helping enough kids with vision issues.
I was shocked, honestly, when I got the letter, because I thought they were going to write to me and say, Ms. Kotler, all the states are right. You are wrong. What do you know? You're just one person. You know, be quiet and go home. Like, that's what I was expecting it to say in a nutshell. And instead, I got the total opposite response, which was, you're right. The states cannot change the federal statute and regulations in the way that they have, and we're going to provide technical assistance and work with the states to fix this.
But other than issuing a national memorandum and making some video calls, the federal government has not done much to hold states accountable. Kotler hopes, though, this will eventually lead to states and school districts taking VPD more seriously. Right now, Dr. Murray has done screenings in private schools in Palm Beach County. Time and time again, about 20% of students show symptoms of visual processing disorder.
Will the Palm Beach County School District let you in any of their schools?
I've tried.
Dr. Murray says she's spoken to exceptional student education director Kevin McCormick, who had this to say to CBS 12 News. The district works with the Healthcare District of Palm Beach County and the Florida Department of Health to develop and implement a school health services plan that includes basic vision screenings to state law. When parents share reports from developmental optometrists diagnosing a visual processing disorder, a school-based team reviews that information to determine whether a child would be eligible for accommodations and or services. So the district may not be ready for visual processing disorder screenings yet, but Sue Mann believes if she and her group can get the word out about vision therapy, hundreds, maybe thousands more local kids could get the help they need to end their struggles reading in school.
I would love to help every child I possibly could in Palm Beach County. I would love to make Palm Beach County the template for the rest of the state and for the rest of the country. And I know we can do it here because we have all the resources.
But she does need the help. You can find out more about Bright Minds Processing right now on their website, brightmindsprocessing.org. Now, the only way for you to truly find out if your child needs vision therapy is by going to a developmental optometrist. Right now, there is a checklist, www.covd.org. Right here, it can help you make that decision. I asked you questions like, do you have headaches with work, burning, itchy, or watery eyes? Words run together while reading. Do you omit small words when reading? You could fill this out, have your child fill this out to have a better idea whether or not you need to see a specialist. I have a link to this right now and also a link to the Bright Minds Processing website on my Facebook page at Lincoln CBS 12. And I want to hear from you. Do you feel like this is something that might be affecting your child? You can email me at mlincoln@cbs12.com.